right, everybody. Good afternoon, good evening, and good night. This is podcast number 112, if you can believe that. April the 9th, 2026. We're calling this one Dreadful Offense. But before we get going, got to talk about Fishtown Iced Tea, right? If you haven't had this Fishtown Iced Tea, you're missing out. This isn't your average canned drink. This is Philly in a can. Smooth, strong, and built for game days, tailgates, and bad decisions that turn into stories. We've had it flowing at the DPF garage, and trust me, it delivers every time. So whether you're pre-gaming, watching the game, or just trying to survive a Phillies bullpen, grab a Fishtown Iced Tea. Because let's be honest, Fishtown Iced Tea is for dudes who can parallel park.
Nice. All right, guys, I'm going to talk about jerseys real quick. If you're looking for a real Phillies game day spot, this is it. It's jerseys in Glenside. Cold beer, great food, TVs everywhere, and a crowd that actually cares about the fucking games. And don't forget, DPF watch party Saturday, May 2nd at 4 o'clock. We're going to fucking pack the place with the Phillies on, beers flowing. It's full of the DPF crew in the building. It's going to be fucking awesome. If you've been meaning to come out to any event with the DPF crew, this is the one to do it. Jerseys, Glenside, show up, be loud, and do not watch the game alone. Watch it with us.
Awesome. Guys, I'm excited to announce this one. We are now partnered up with Trogs. So, I want to talk about that, and I want to talk about specifically their PA lager. I have their PA light lager right now. It's not an overcomplicated, what am I even drinking type of beer. Straight up crisp, clean Pennsylvania beer, built for baseball, built for the garage, built for nights watching the Phillies. So whether you're posted up at Citizens Bank Park tailgating, whether you're at the DPF garage, arguing with your buddy who still thinks it's too early, grab a PA lager. Trogs PA Lager, it's no nonsense, just baseball and beer done right. So, Trogs, thank you and welcome. We have a couple of us wearing the shirts today. Boys, I have some notes here that I'd like to I'm going to use these, so I'm going to get right into it. Did you ever notice how every single year with the Phillies, the offense, it's the same fucking movie? It's slightly different actors, and they just put more lights in because the fucking scoreboards, there's like 1,000 of them at the fucking Citizens Bank Park. Every year, every single fucking year. We come into the season, we talk to ourselves, and we're like, you know what? This lineup isn't too bad. Bryson Stott should be a 300 hitter. 1 through 9, there's no easy outs. This is the deepest offense. We got rid of Kepler. Garcia's going to come back. And you know what? What fucking happens? They score 10 runs one game. They score 6 runs another game on some random dude. And then they followed up with 20 fucking innings of nothing. I'm talking about at-bats that look like they're fucking blindfolded. Just fucking disgraceful shit. No approach, 0 adjustments, just going up there, hacking. That's what they do. Hacking in a way, it's like, do they just want this game over? They have a reservation at like 2 hours and 10 minutes post the game, and they get to get the fuck out of there. Guys, the problem is they're not bad hitters. Like, these guys are not bad hitters. They're professional hitters. This is what they do for work. We have all-stars, silver sluggers, former MVPs, MVP candidates. Shit, 20 fucking innings. Collectively, they turn into a fucking beer league softball team against some fucking drone out there with a 5.8 ERA. You can feel it coming, too. That's part of the fucking issue. First inning, 2 guys on. I don't know how they got on. Probably a walk and a hit by pitch. But you're already bracing for it. Pop up, strike out, grounder to the left-hand side. What do we hear after the game, too? We just need to be better. Really? You think? You fucking think? Because I've been hearing that same fucking tired quote from that fucking mummy manager since 2022. Year after year, same fucking excuses. No situational hitting, no ability to manufacture runs, no shortening up with 2 strikes, and no clue what to do with runners in scoring position. But hey, don't worry. They'll hit a few solo home runs in the 7th fucking inning. When's the last time Bryce Harper or Kyle Schwarber did anything important? Really, did anything fucking important? I can tell you it's months ago because it isn't in the first fucking 12 games. You know, that's the offense that we expect. That's the experience you get. And then, you know, then they explode for 12 runs in one game. And we're like, and this is coming soon. We know this, guys. You know, and we're going to be like, man, this might be them. This might be what we're going to see all year. It's not. I can tell you it's not. That's why they tease us into thinking that's who they are. Consistency, that's a foreign fucking word in that clubhouse. It's like collectively they decide, you know what would be funny? Let's just not hit today. You know, let's not hit tomorrow either. And then they stick to it, though. They've got commitment. You got to admire it at this point, honestly. And I swear there is nothing more dangerous in this fucking world. If you're a fantasy baseball guy, pick a fucking pitcher who has an 8 ERA because he's going to be like Greg Maddux against the Phillies. 7 innings, 3 hits, 1 run, 9 strikeouts, and we're all sitting there like, fucking how did Tyler Mahle do this? Like, he's fucking terrible. And then when we face an actual ace, like, we usually beat them, which is fucking the most oxymoronic thing. Every matchup is a tough matchup if you refuse to adjust as a fucking player. And don't even get me started with the approach. What is the approach? Guys, what is their fucking approach? Swing for the goddamn fences at every fucking chance you can fucking get.
Yep.
Take 2 pitches down the middle, foul one off, and then hit a weak grounder to the opposite side. That's their approach as far as I can tell. It's like watching the same at bat on loop. And the worst part is I still believe this team can win 90 games. How? You know, every time we put runners on, every time the lineup turns over, every time there's a chance to break the game open, you sit there thinking, all right, you know, or at least I do. All right, here we go. This is going to be that spot. Sosa's going to spark them, and they're going to be like, Sosa's doing it. I can do it. No, ground ball, pop up, strikeout, end of the inning. And you just sit there in silence, staring at your beer, questioning life's choices, mostly of like, why the fuck am I keep having this game on? Wondering why this offense has the same DNA. They can add different players to it. It doesn't fucking matter. Year after year, same names, different names, same fucking story. Welcome to Phillies baseball. Drink them all.
I mean, and if you think about it, like, you know, they're a comeback away against the Nationals where they were getting beat that entire game and came back and tied it in the 9th. And the comeback the other night against San Francisco when they looked dead for 6.5 innings, you know, from being, you know, 4-8, you know, like, you know, they're lucky to be 500 with the way they're swinging the bats. I mean, it's fucking embarrassing. I mean, 20 innings with you go down that lineup and you just look at the names and you go, by accident, you have to score at least 1 run in 20 fucking innings. Like and not only that, they're getting a ton of walks. They're getting a lot of guys on via the walk, and they don't do anything with it. If they're not hitting home runs, they're not scoring. And you know, I mean, Schwarber's off to a terrible start. Harper's off to a terrible start. Bohm's off to a terrible start. Stott's off to a terrible start. Garcia's, you know, had 1 good series. Now he's slowing down again. I mean, Turner had an 8-game hitting streak, and I don't remember him hitting a fucking ball hard in those 8 games. You know, he's hitting little bloopers and bleeders through the infield. I mean, they're hits, but he's not hitting the ball hard. He's not squaring balls up. And in big spots, I mean, he's already probably grounded into more double plays this year than he did all of last year, you know, with runners on base. I mean, I did a little fucking chart just because while I was sitting watching yesterday's game, and I looked at all 12 games and saw when the Phillies scored their first run of that game and how long, you know, it took. So how many games out of the 12 do you think that they were shut out through the first 4 innings?
8.
Close. 7. 7 out of 12 games, so 58% of the games they played, they hadn't scored a run through the first 4. It's 5 times through 5 innings. It's 4 times through 6 innings. 3 times through 7 innings. 3 times through 8 innings, and they've been shut out twice. So they don't score until late in the game in most of their games. They sleepwalk through the early innings. It puts a tremendous amount of pressure on your starting pitcher to be perfect. To be perfect. Because 1 run could be the difference in that game because your offense isn't doing shit. And Chris, you're absolutely right. How the fuck does a whole team not hit at the same time? I've never seen it. I've never seen anything like it. And this team is always like that. Well, and then they'll look like shit for 7 innings, and then in 1 inning, bang, 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 5 hits in a fucking row. Where the fuck was this earlier in the game when the bases were loaded? And 3, 4, 5 came up, and it was pop up, strikeout. Where the fuck was this when you had a chance to break the game open early? Like, I don't get it. I don't understand it. I mean, people are going to bitch about Kevin Long, and yeah, maybe, you fire him for the sake of firing him. But Kevin Long's never taken an at-bat for this fucking team. He's never got up there and swung a bat. These are fucking professionals. These are guys that are making $30 fucking million a year. They're not listening to some fucking hitting coach. They have their own approach, and it sucks. Their approach fucking sucks. And it's infuriating because you're 100% right, Chris. They're going to win 90 fucking games. They're going to make the fucking playoffs, and they are not going to be fun to watch at all. They are not going to be a fun team to watch because every game's going to be, oh my God, they haven't scored. They 1 big inning, and that's why they're going to win because their starting pitching is good enough to keep them in all these games.
Yep.
Guys, I made it from. Hold on 1 second. This year from Malik is what infuriated me. So, Chris, you touched on it really quick. This guy went from a 7-something ERA to a 4-something ERA. He dropped his ERA 3 points against us. Yep. This is the guy who, in the pregame of this game in particular, we said, "Oh man, we've really got to be patient. This guy walks a lot of people," and he walked 4 guys. But he also had like 9 or 10 strikeouts or 11. I can't remember exactly. And it was because we were chasing that stupid splitter in the dirt.
Yep.
And that's what pisses me off. And, I know I get the
was before the game, they put those stats up. Batters are hitting 475 against his 4-seam fastball, and they're hitting 390 against his. We didn't do any of that. We didn't do anything.
He was 6 1/3 or 6 2/3, and he gave up 1 or 2 hits in the first inning. And
it should have been a get right game for the Phillies offense, and it ended up being a get right game for fucking Tyler Mahle, however the fuck you say his name. I made the mistake of listening to the radio this morning on my way to work, guys, and the radio, like, I don't know why I do it any day, but this morning was fucking brutal because they played something, and Topper. They played a quote from Topper after the last game, and he goes, "These guys are going to hit. At some point, these guys are going to hit." I wanted to fucking crash my car into a telephone pole. I'm not even kidding you. And I was like, when? Like, are they gonna fucking hit when they're playing wiffle ball with their kids in the off season? Like, when the fuck are they going to hit? And everybody. Everybody's going to blame, like you just said, everyone's going to blame Kevin Long, and he's probably going to get fired. And then you have the asshole who's playing like devil's advocate. He's got to be playing devil's advocate. There's no way that somebody believes this shit where they're like, it's too early to talk about this. And guys, we joke about this. But he said, oh, they don't have any pop outside of Schwarber and Harper, and they're going to have to hit home runs in the postseason. Dude, the last fucking 2 years, all we heard was they can't rely on the long ball. They can't rely on the long ball. They have to do something else. And I'm like, this is what fucking makes me so mad. They're only 6-6. Can't talk about firing coaches on April 9th. Fuck you. Something's got to change. And it's not. So anyway, don't listen to the fucking radio because it got me so mad. I'm not even kidding you. I was fucking raging on my way to work this morning. Because we're hearing it already, and the fact that we have to hear it is the fucking thing that pisses me off. Because this roster's so good, and because our pitching is so good, these guys hang out. Like, Nola's not been bad, but he's got to be perfect. These guys have to be fucking perfect for 5-6 innings just to keep them in it until the fucking offense wakes up. And
This
it's
team's got no personality. There's no fucking personality on this team. They're a bunch of fucking mopes just walking on and off the field for 9 fucking innings. There's no fire. There's no passion. There's no anger. There's no, like, even when they do something good, they don't really even fucking celebrate. Like, there's nothing. You know, I mean, you watch that World Baseball Classic, and goddamn, every time someone hit a single, those teams were jumping out of the dugout like it was a game-winning hit. You know, I mean, I don't need to see that kind of passion, but I do need to see some fucking life out of you.
Fucking pulse. A pulse.
Show me something.
Just
show
a pulse.
It bothers you that you haven't scored in 20 fucking innings. Break a fucking bat. Throw a fucking bat. Throw your helmet. Do something to show me that you're pissed off that you're not playing well.
I want to see Topper yell at somebody in the fucking dugout.
I mean, the only guy
I swear to God, I want to see
is fucking Sosa. I'd fucking find a place to play Sosa every day.
Every day.
Play him at second.
Yeah,
play him
second
at
base.
Third.
Second, absolutely. Because stop blows. Can we finally,
passion,
guys? There's 4 of us on the screen right now. I am in the stop blows camp. I know he's a good. I know he plays good defense, even though he couldn't get to that ball in fucking right field the other night.
Cost us the inning.
Stop blows,
Fucking terrible.
Like.
And he's batting fucking 5th, dude.
I know.
And he's on 5. The lineup is constructed so terribly. And the fact that he has to bat 5 is...
You have to alternate. Besides Schwarber and Harper, you have to alternate. You can't have 2 lefties. You can't have 2 righties in a row. The analytics say that's a bad move because then they can bring in a fucking pitcher.
I'd split them up anyway because they're both fucking easy outs right
now. Both of them. Right now, I absolutely would. Anyway.
So... time out really quick. This isn't the Kensington Police. This is the Kinston Police from North Carolina, guys. Pretty cool to have.
I love these guys. They follow us. They comment. These guys are great.
I got to get you guys the coins that they gave. I showed you to them.
Yeah.
Oh,
text,
nice.
But I still have those. I just haven't seen you since then.
Yeah. Mike bringing the positivity, saying how much we like those guys. Now it slowed the momentum.
My apologies.
That's all right. We need to get to our other shit too.
Yeah.
There shouldn't be any other shit. Should just be bitching all night.
Well,
we can accommodate that. Fuck.
I know.
Crazy. I don't know. Where are we at? What are we up to? Oh, it's me.
Righties and lefties.
Yeah, it's you.
All right.
We're on topic number 1.
We're all twisted.
Yeah. Well, this is all going to kind of be related to this lack of fucking offense that we're talking about. So I wanted to look at, Topper's big on these platoons and the left-handed pitching, right-handed pitching splits and, playing those guys. So I wanted to take a look at where the Phillies were, how their splits were against right-handers this year so far and lefties. Again, everything prefaced by it's only been 12 games and, they get 2 hits here. The average might jump 20, 30 points. But through 12 games, so against right-handed pitching, they're hitting 247, which ranks 10th in MLB.
How?
I just baseball in general, nobody can hit, but I only care about the Phillies. But they're 10th. Their on base percentage 327, also 10th in baseball. Slugging percentage 401, which is 8th, and their OPS is 728, which is 6th in baseball against righties, and they strike out at a 23% clip. They have 9 home runs in 279 at-bats against right-handed pitching. Left-handed pitching, team batting average, 159 against lefties. That's 30th in baseball. On-base percentage, 264, 27th in baseball. Slugging percentage, 238. That's 29th in baseball. OPS, 0.502, 29th in baseball, and they're striking out at about a 28% clip. As far as the average goes against lefties, our highest batting average against lefties is Bryce Harper hitting 250. Stott, he only has 4 at-bats. He's 1 for 4. He's 250. Our super platoon left fielder, Otto Kemp, 222 with 5 strikeouts and 9 at-bats.
He's a fucking disaster.
Garcia, 200. Marsh, 167. Bohm, 154. Schwarber, 150. Marchand, 143. Crawford, 143. Sosa, 143. Turner, 059. Moore, he stinks, so I'm not surprised he's batting 0. And JT is 0. Phillies versus right-handed pitching. Highest average, Turner, 364. Crawford, 345. Marsh, 294. Remuto, 273. Garcia, 265. Schwarber, 238. Yeah, Bohm, 200. Harper, 200. Sosa, 200. Stott, 156 against righties. Marchand, Kemp, and Moore all batting 0. So these guys that are supposed to be our platoon guys can't hit either way. They can't hit against the lefties that they're supposed to hit. They can't hit against the righties when they get an opportunity. Our platoon guys stink. Our bench stinks. Dylan Moore has no place on this team. Kemp is a terrible outfielder, and he's not giving you nothing with the stick. Give me a guy that can play some fucking defense at least, so that 2 balls aren't being misplayed every time, fucking Kemp's out there.
Every fucking game out there, he looks like he's like
Even when he catches the ball, he looks lost.
He looks like fucking Leonardo DiCaprio in What's Eating Gilbert Grape.
Reese Hoskins, he'd catch it and make sure it was in his glove,
I was going to go into that left field platoon today, and one of the things that I read was that the Phillies coaching staff moved Kemp to the outfield to utilize his elite sprint speed, but it hasn't translated to the grass as well as it does on the dirt. And I'm like, elite fucking sprint speed on the dirt? Like, is this guy stealing? Is this Vince Coleman? Who the fuck do they think he is?
All winter, they were sending us pictures on Phillies, .com of fucking Otto Kemp.
Oh yeah,
like he was
pumping iron
all fucking winter.
He's got a mustache, like he's
doing.
He's ready to go, man. I think he's got pictures. I think he's got pictures of fucking Topper.
And you want him to do good, right? Like, guys, we want
I
this
want them all
kid
to do good.
All of this is predicated on, like, we're fans. We're not Drunk Phil's assholes. Like, we're Drunk Phil's fans. Like, we want them to win. We want them to all succeed.
Yeah.
This is insane. And him in the outfield is not worth taking fucking Marsh's bat out of the lineup against fucking left-handers.
He's not giving you anything more.
Just I looked at Marsh's numbers over his career. He really does blow against left-handers. His best average was his rookie year when he hit 260 against lefties. Like, it is terrible. And I'd still leave him out there. This is fucking ridiculous.
You run Sanchez out there and you put like the B defense behind him. That's just, you got your best starter. Like,
why don't you match that up with fucking a Taiwan star?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, he's so worried about who they're facing. Why don't you worry about who's on the mound and give your fucking best guys the fucking support? But then again, those guys ain't fucking scoring either.
It's funny because, like, my daughter's playing CYO and they play like 9 players the entire fucking game. And it's like, why can't our best 9 players? I don't give a fuck if it's a left-hander or right-hander. Just play the fucking 9 guys. Play the 9 guys. Sit these other motherfuckers on the bench. They're not doing shit. Let them fucking rot. But, like, Rob, what's your answer in left field? Like, what are we doing? Are you out on Otto? He's got to go. Send him down.
I'm 100% out on Otto. And then what that does is that gives you an extra infielder. Like if he's going to be on this roster, he can be an extra infielder because stop blows, Marsh needs a day off. I mean, granted, we want Sosa out there.
I mean,
if you need it, but I was even saying, like, why don't you give Dylan fucking Moore a try? But Dugan, you like a guy that's down in the. Is he still in the minors? De La Cruz.
Yeah, he's still down there. I don't think he's hitting much down there yet.
He's not,
Cruz, man.
But he's
But he's a professional outfielder.
And I'm not trying to sound like
he's got some pop.
Yeah, I'm not trying to sound like a jackass, but we said it at the end of
every day. He's going to be a platoon guy.
We need more Latin energy on this fucking team. We don't need another white dude with a fucking mustache who's vanilla as shit. We need somebody who's going to come up and fucking scream and curse and yell, fucking let's go.
You know what? Aiden Miller hasn't swung a bat in fucking 2 years, and I'd rather have him playing third or second. Right. Like a fucking 20-year-old that has back problems. We fucking know this story.
Yeah.
Correct. So, yeah, it's hold on. I was about to do this. So I think the answer is you just ride Marsh and tell him, like with everybody else, just figure it the fuck out. You're a professional. And then if you have to, you have to find somebody besides Kim. You can't let it.
I mean, with being a
Rest of it.
professional and knowing that, like, you know, if your coach or your manager is like, Marsh, you're our guy in left, like you're going every day, like maybe he's going to work a little bit harder against lefties and say, you know what, I got that pat on the back. I don't know. Is it possible these guys could actually try and work
Or
hard?
do they
And
accept it? You know what, Skip? I'm not good against those
I
guys.
can't hit it. Yeah.
I don't like it. And what I don't fucking understand, guys, and maybe you can explain this to me. This is going to go back to like baseball 101. Why is it so fucking hard? Why is it so fucking hard to pick up a baseball because it's coming from this side instead of that side? I could just be looking like a fucking novice. Show me you never played baseball without telling me you never played baseball and all that shit. You know, I might get fucking ripped online, but you're fucking professionals, man. The split should not be that fucking dramatic.
Yeah,
Especially if the
I you know,
coaches
you
are
work
as
on it,
good as
right?
they say.
That's what I mean.
And you
Just
work
fucking
on it, and they
on
got the curveball machine that can throw
K
it from
long,
that
man.
side.
K long.
Yeah, but I mean, I don't know. You figure righties are facing righties constantly, you know, and
Right.
you know, why is it any different from the left
Yeah.
side? You know, I don't know. I'm not a left-handed hitter. I never was, so I don't know.
Round bat with a round ball, man. Hard, like your fucking little tag says. It's hard.
Yeah.
Wouldn't you work on it all off season, all during season?
The whole
Yeah, you
They
want to be
have
an
all of
everyday
this.
guy,
Like,
you know?
they have those video screens where it comes out at the release point. Like,
Right.
what the fuck? And I don't know if the Phillies know this. You know who's going to be the starting pitcher.
yeah,
Like
like
few
in
days
advance.
before.
He's an
Most of the
advantage.
time they tell you.
Prepare.
Most of the time they
you know.
tell you.
You could
Well,
kind of, what did he do against me before? What does he do against people that fucking swing at anything? Oh, he's not going to throw strikes? Cool. I'm not going to swing until I get a fucking strike.
Yeah.
Dude, that's a fucking hell of a fucking, that's an approach.
How about that?
Hey,
That's an
what do you
approach.
think?
Write that down. Mail it in to the
Right
Phillies.
at that,
The entire-
you're already
It sounds-
baiting your blocks from them. That's
it
why
sounds like
you
a-
can't do it online. You got to like write it on a piece of paper and mail it with a
That
stamp.
absolutely is a topper chronicle about approaches, man.
Well, I mean, talking about pitchers shutting down the Phillies offense, I just wanted to take a quick minute and kind of highlight the top pitchers through. My criteria was like they had to have 2 starts and at least 10 innings, right? So I broke it down American League and National League, and there's really one pitcher that stood out in both leagues that's having a really good start and maybe a second. But I just did innings pitched, ERA, strikeouts, whip. That's it, right? So in the American League, there's 3 dudes that are tied with 20 innings pitched. That's Max Fried from the Yankees, Kirby from the Mariners, and Soriano from the Angels, okay? So if you go down, bump down then to ERA, Soriano's got a .45 in 20 innings. We'll get down to the National League in a minute, but that's the best 2 stacked innings pitched with ERA. Waka for Kansas City at .69 ERA, and Bradley with the Twins at a 1.08. Those are the top 3 guys in ERA in the American League. Then you got strikeouts. 2 Blue Jays are tied for first with 26 apiece. That's Cease and Guzman. And then Gore from Texas has 25. And then whip is Schlitter from the Yankees. .48 whip is number 1. Guzman from the Jays at .63 is number 2. And Soriano at .65 is 3. So leading, being in the top 3 times is Soriano. He sticks out to me as being in like the guy with the best start in the American League. And Guzman's really close because he, excuse me, he leads in strikeouts and whip. So he's kind of like the number 2. And then in the National League, Sandy Alcantara from the Marlins leads in innings pitched with 24. And then you got a tie for second, which is Keller from the Pirates and Webb and Yamamoto. Actually, it's a 3-way tie for second with 18, Yamamoto from the Dodgers. And we got 3 dudes with a 0 ERA, but kind of 10 and 10 and a third innings pitched for Elder, Otani, and Rodriguez. Then Alcantara with 24 and a third innings pitched has a .74 ERA. He's having a great start. And then Vasquez from San Diego has a .75. Strikeouts, Mizrowski from Milwaukee has 28. And then we get on the board finally with Sanchez, number 23, or number 2 with 23 strikeouts. And then Pavetta from San Diego is 20th, and I was making fun of him for being their opening day starter, and yet he's third in the league here in the early going in strikeouts. And I threw in an honorable mention because Nola's got 19. There you go, Steve. And then Whip Alcantara 0.58 is number 1, Otani 0.75 is 2, and McGreevy is 0.78. So clearly. Leading in 4 categories is Alcantara. He's having the best start out of the Marlins system there, and I just thought it was kind of cool to dive into a couple of the stats from the early pitching leaders. So we'll track that a little bit as we go on throughout the year. But
yeah, Alcantara is not going to be a Marlin at the end of the year. We know that. Like he's going to be a Dodger, I guess. Yeah, or a Yankee. I suppose.
Yeah.
And, it's surprising, Mike, that some of those pitchers weren't ones that the Phillies faced in the first X amount of games here.
True.
Because everyone did well except for, really probably 2 pitchers.
I agree.
Our buddy Lorenzen, he's the one guy they got to.
Yeah, they did get to him real good. It's like they know him. You know what I mean? It's like they know him and could watch tape on him, and it was like everything you'd want to see. Like.
I got that Soriano in like the 20-something round of our draft, I think. The guy from the
nice.
Eagles. Yeah.
I don't know how you guys do it with fantasy baseball, man. That's a long. I mean, baseball. It's a marathon. It's a marathon. Fantasy baseball is a fucking marathon.
I mean, you're watching it anyway. Do you know what I mean, Rob? So I think you would enjoy it.
I think these days with access to my phone and all, like before, setting your lineup was such a pain in the ass. You know what I mean? Like changing in and out and switching pitchers. Now it's probably a lot easier.
Yep. Guys, I want to do something a little bit different. I knew that this was going to be like a little bit of a rougher show, so I wanted to do a light segment, something that we've never done before. So here's the rules. I'm going to ask one guy. I'm going to name 5 random players. You have to rank them 1 through 5 without knowing who the other 4 people are. I'm just going to say a name. There may be a theme to it. There may not be a theme to it. That doesn't matter. You have to, and it's your personal view on like where you think this guy sits. So
you're not telling us the theme either, so we don't.
Not the theme. No, and there may not be a theme, but it could be across sports. But it's going to be sports related.
And we're each getting the same 5.
No.
Oh, good. Okay.
No. I looked up 15 different people, and I just was
dude.
Like, all right,
this is what we do, man. This is what we do here.
Yeah, I mean, this you'll see that this isn't brain surgery, but I think it'll be fun.
All right, cool.
So, Mike, I'm just going to start with you because you're over to my left here. Greg Maddux.
1.
All right. Kurt Schilling.
4.
Pedro Martinez.
3.
I'm surprised at this, and I'm not surprised at going Maddux with 1. So Randy Johnson.
5.
Mariano Rivera.
2.
Yeah, so that's what you have. So
that's not
it's
bad.
like you can't change them, but like this is what it is. So I'm going to go right below Mike and go to Chris. So Chris, I'm going to give the Philly Fanatic.
1.
All right, Mike Schmidt.
2.
Darren Dalton.
4.
So you went 4 with him. So 1 Fanatic, 2 Schmidt, 4. Okay. All right. I didn't expect Fanatic to go to 1, but I appreciate that, and I think that's a smart move. The next person I want to give is going to be Bryce Harper.
5.
All right.
Hasn't won a shit.
And finally, it's going to be, I was going to give Kyle. So the last person's always like, slotted into wherever they are. And I didn't want to
3.
throw anything weird.
I thought you were going to go mascots when you threw the Fanatic
Yeah.
at me first.
Oh, yeah. I thought about doing that. And I was like, oh, blooper. But I was like, I don't know. I just wanted to throw in something different. So, Rob, I want to go to you. So we're going to go Bernie Perrant.
Fuck. Since the other two guys started with 1, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
I'm gonna go 2.
Okay. Brian Dawkins.
Fuck. I'll go 3.
Flyers
Okay.
tied it at 1.
Sweet. Joel Embiid.
5.
-5 or 5?
Is that because of recent occurrences? Or is
100%.
it just,
But
okay.
it's no. I mean, it's career based as well.
Okay, so you just were like, I don't know, like that's. I guess I get that.
I just think you're going to name 2 other people that I would rank ahead of them.
Oh well, yeah. I mean, I was going to just. I was throwing this guy in because he's like relevant to the radio. Ricky Batalico.
Motherfucker. He'll go for.
Okay, so your last guy is going to be Pete Alonso.
Number
I
1.
was
Nice.
going to give that
Number
to Chris, but I threw a swerve.
I really feel like I was set up. I really feel like I was set up.
It's tough with these because the
But
last
that was
person,
fantastic.
like it's going some. You're like, fuck. He can say whatever he wants.
Right.
And Pete wasn't it, but I just wanted to let everyone know that we're big Pete Alonso fans on DPF. And Rob has
Especially
joined the
David.
club along with
We're
you
very
again.
glad that he's in the
Hey,
American
and
League.
me.
Hey,
We're happy he's in the American League now.
Yeah.
I get a lot of slander for shit I
'Cause
never
fuck the
said. I
Mets,
don't know.
man. Fuck the Mets. Yeah, but you were dreaming it.
I mean, I wanted him here. I did want him here, but he's off to like a really shitty start. He's like hit like
It's really
130
bad.
something.
Yeah.
Mhm.
So just as you were doing that, Chris, when you said Darren Dalton, that's Christy's favorite. So when I said 4, I heard her scream from upstairs. She was like, "No!" Yeah. Although she loves the Fanatic, so I got good points and bad points with her tonight. All right, so I wanted to talk about this Phillies bullpen because we heard all spring about how all these moves they made and these guys they brought in were really going to change the dynamic of this bullpen, and we were going to be a dominant bullpen. And they did have a nice stretch. I think they had like a 16 straight shutout inning streak or whatever. So when I looked at the numbers, I went, oh, it's got to be their numbers should look pretty good if 16 straight innings of, figure the Phillies offense looks terrible, but 20 straight innings of not scoring, the bullpen would look good. But their ERA right now is 3.89 collectively. That ranks 17th in baseball.
Not great.
Their whip, not bad, 1.13, which is 5th. And their batting average against is 236, which is 19th in baseball. Some of the guys that are performing really well, Tim Mesa's got a 0 ERA in 5 games. Dylan Moore's got a 0 ERA, just pointing that out. Duran is a 1.59, and he's 4 for 4 in save opportunities. Banks is at a 1.93. Now we start getting into the guys that were brought in to really improve this bullpen. Pop, 3.38, not terrible, but Bolin, 5.40. Keller, 5.40. Backus was at a 9. And our buddy, Jose Ozempic Alvarado, 10.38 ERA.
Damn.
He looks like he's back to the Alvarado from 3 years ago where he never knew where the fuck the ball was
No
going.
control. No
He
control.
had no idea where the ball's going out of his hand. Every count seems to be a 3-ball count on every batter. He's got no put away pitch. Guys are fouling shit off. He's every time he comes out there, he's throwing 30 pitches every inning that he's out there. I don't know what happened to the guy because he was pretty dominant at the start of last year. Then he had his problem and went away. But he's a problem. I mean, he's got 3 walks in 4 1/3 inning. Like, you cannot keep putting guys on base, He does have 7 strikeouts, but his WHIP is 2.31.
Chris, I'm going to speak a little bit about the ERAs. And I just think, nowadays, this is such a tough number because, and why I'm saying this is in this early part of the season, how many of these runs really should have been unearned because
I agree.
Stott can't catch a pop-up and it's an error. Otto Kemp's misplaying shit.
Yeah,
Justin Crawford.
Yeah,
There's every single fucking guy has missed. I can't point something to Bohm, honestly, or Turner, surprisingly, directly in my head. But
he had 2 errors the other night.
Well,
Turner.
yeah, but they were errors.
The one was a dead double play. Yeah, they were errors. They were scored errors.
Yeah, and scored errors. But I'm the Crawford one, and you know what I'm talking about. He's going there. He jumped early, and Kemp just looks like there's something. He just can't do it.
Yeah, and I would say I think Keller's is a little inflated. They had that play where it was like a bang bang double play. He would have been out of the inning, but it was overturned and the guy was safe. And then the next guy hits a fucking 3-run homer. Now, obviously you got to bounce back from the overturned call and not give up a fucking home run. But overall, I think Keller's been good, but he is carrying a 5 plus ERA right now. But I think as a whole, the bullpen's going to be okay. Just looking at the guys they have, they got a lot of power arms, but the walks are the biggest concern. I mean, Pop's got 3 walks in 5 innings, and Alvarado. The other guys are pretty good. Those are the 2 guys that are really struggling with throwing strikes, and you just can't put guys on base like that. You just can't, especially when another thing they talked about was how good the defense was going to be this year, and it hasn't been. It really hasn't been great. But the bullpen's been a little bit of a disappointment through 12 games for me. But I do think they're gonna, they're gonna be okay and improve.
Yeah, I agree with that. I think, and when as much as we talk about the lack of hitting and the lack of input from Kevin Long and Chris, you've said this a number of times. It's like, what is Caleb Cotham saying when he goes out to the mound to talk to a pitcher? But in reality, I do think he's a good pitching coach. I think he can get these guys screwed on right when they're fucking missing and all. With the exception of somebody like fucking Jose, who's a fucking head case. It seems like he pushes good buttons.
Yeah.
And, so I have faith that they'll pull it back together as well.
Mm-hmm.
I wanted to talk real quick about it might not be real quick. Depends on if I'm a slow reader or not. But just about the starting rotation, because I wanted to come up with cheers and jeers. So I don't know if it was the Inquirer at Daily News. They used to do the cheers and jeers little section thing column. So as far as the starting pitching goes, obviously Sanchez is definitely something to cheer. He had a rough outing his last time, but again, he's not getting any fucking help. So it's kind of hard when he has to do it all and be Mr. Everything. But his velocity is up. His fucking breaking balls are moving a lot more. He's just looking nasty again. You know what I mean?
Change up is filthy.
Yeah, absolutely. So Sanchez is a legit number 1. He's a legit ace, I think. And I think he's going to continue to get better. Nola, I would give him a cheer more than a jeer just because he fucking pitched what? He basically had a quality start despite the fact that they lost 5-0 the other night. And that's one of those things where it's like everybody's, again, historically, Aaron Nola gets no run support. And it was never more fucking evident, right?
I wish they got rid of that quality start, Rob. To me, a quality start is me drinking more than 4 beers before noon.
Look, no,
you can't drink all day if you don't start in the morning, Chris.
I mean, 3 runs in 6 innings is hardly a quality.
4 or 5? It's a 4
right.
or 5.
It's hardly
it's not
quality.
Fantastic. It's not
middle
fantastic.
Of the road,
it's a little misleading, but the point is
I'd say 2 and 6.
Nola looks decent. He doesn't look like the Nola from last year, except for one pitch, right? One fucking pitch, which was a terrible mistake.
right down the cock, straight as a fucking
Jesus
arrow.
Christ. That was one of those, like, back when fucking, what was it, Hoffman? He was like, he threw it as hard as he could right over the plate. And then it fucking went bye-bye. And then my third cheer is Painter. He's finally fucking here. His first outing was great. His second outing, not so great. He's going to pitch again on Sunday. Like, listen, if he fucking goes 500 this year, I think we'll all be happy with that. You know what I mean? Just because he just got here and rookie and all that, young guy, but he's here. So we can get excited about that. So I'm happy that he's here. Honorable mention is Wheeler made a start, what was it, last night or 2 nights ago? And he looked a lot better. Yeah, he looked a lot better this time. So he gets the honorable mention. So he's coming. That's going to help. We might not have to see Taijuan anymore, even though we all know that Taijuan will do whatever the fuck is asked. Maybe he can hit lefties. I don't know. And then the jeers, I don't really think this is a jeer necessarily, but Luzardo is looking inconsistent. You know what I mean? Like he's striking out a bunch of guys, but I don't know. He's giving up hits. He's fucking, I don't know. He's fucking grooving fastballs. And then Taijuan is another jeer just because it's Taijuan Walker and we're fucking stuck with him, you know? And then the last one is just the run support, guys. Like it doesn't matter what our fucking starters do. It really doesn't if they're not going to fucking score.
Yep.
They can all be lights out. They can all be lights out. They can all throw 102 miles an hour and it won't fucking matter. So yeah, those are my cheers and jeers.
I'm going to say one thing about Painter.
Yeah.
I mean, I like the kid. I thought he threw great his first start. Obviously, second start, he was falling behind a lot of hitters. He didn't have great command. He really didn't have good breaking stuff. Couldn't control it. But the one thing, you know, so I'm going to give him, he's got a leash with me this year to, you know, really prove himself. But the one thing that really drives me crazy is the people that come out to defend him and say he's just getting over Tommy John. That surgery was in 2023. This is not, it wasn't last year. It wasn't the year before that. It was the year before that. He's like almost 3 years removed from that surgery. So that goes out the window. I mean, you got Ohtani coming back in less than a year and he's back to pitching. You got plenty of pitchers that come back a lot quicker than
Sandy Alcantara.
Yeah. I was going to mention that when we brought it up, like, oh, he's just coming back and he's got the lowest CRA in the National League.
Yeah.
Like,
and the most innings pitched.
Yeah, like that defense goes out the window for me when it comes to Painter. Is the surgery? That's expired. It's expired. It's not. You know, he's been pitching in the minor leagues. He pitched in winter ball. This is not like the first time he picked up a ball this year since his surgery, and he's teaching himself how to pitch again. But I am going to give him. You know, that was his first road start in San Francisco. A tough place to play, a place the Phillies don't play well. So he gets a little grace from me, but I do want to see him command that fastball better and not run. You know, he was behind 2-0, 3-1 every fucking hitter in that game. And then his fastball, he couldn't hit a spot, and it was bang, 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 bang. Balls were getting fucking rocked all over the place. Again, he's a rookie. His first year in the majors.
I thought he showed some moxie, though. I didn't see anything like about his demeanor that let us know that he was doing this. So, like, I appreciated that, and I think that was different. And I don't want to see him get rocked, but I liked not seeing that bullshit.
Yeah, he gutted it.
You want to see him stoic. You want to see him not react.
Whatever, you know. Yeah, you know, he gutted out however many innings he could give him.
Yep.
One other layer, though. Remember, this guy was untouchable. We couldn't trade him for anybody, make it a run or not at a World Series championship. So there's that extra layer of a little bit of, hey, let's see why we didn't, you know, go and get somebody that could help us in the playoffs, make a run at a World Series. So
I trade him right now for Alcantara.
Oh, absolutely.
Straight up.
Yeah.
So
honestly.
All right. Well, it's that time, guys. It's the dumbass of the week. So I love going to the southeast part of the country, but I have settled on the great Northwest for our Oh Dumbass of the Week this week. We're coming straight out of Seattle, Washington. So there's a gentleman. He decided that as a drawbridge was being opened so that a tall ship could be let through, he was gonna climb the outside and jump over to the other side that was as it was opening. So he's scaling the drawbridge while it's opening, and you guys are gonna be blown away. That is not legal. So on the other side, when he actually made it, the police were waiting there for him. So as this was, by the way, this past Tuesday, so 2 days ago, according to the Seattle Police Department.
You need the Jackass music behind this one,
Yeah.
Right? So they hem this guy up right on the other side of the bridge, and they're like, "So, hey, what's your name?" And the dude gives him the cops a name. Just so happened to be a fake name. So he gave him a fake identity. Well, unfortunately for this guy, he picked the identity of a dude with a felony warrant arrest. Okay. So as the cops pull up his information, they find out he has the gentleman's name they gave him has a warrant. They arrest him, and he gets super frazzled. And he's like, "Listen, I just kidding. I'm not that guy. Look, I have my ID. Here's my name." So the cops run his name. He has a warrant for attempted murder. So they take him down to or they start to take him down to the station to arrest him. So as they're handcuffing him, they do a pat down. Well, as they're patting him down, they find a bag of methamphetamine and a meth pipe.
I was like, it's got to be meth up there. I was like, this has got to be meth.
Yep. So he's got a meth. He's got meth and a pipe.
He probably gave his fucking dealer's name.
He did.
Sorry.
So no worries. So I'm just going to do a quick recap of why this guy is the dumbass of the week. So number one, he climbed a drawbridge while it was open, not legal. Gave the cops a fake name, also not legal. The fake name had a warrant for their arrest. He actually gave him his real name, and he had a warrant as well for murder.
Check.
He had escaped. He had escaped custody when he was arrested for that alleged murder, and he had meth and a meth pipe on him, all at the same time. And that, my friends, is why this gentleman out of Seattle, Washington, is our dumbass.
Unbelievable.
That's impressive. That's very
and he
impressive.
hit lefties and play left field if he can. I want the Phillies to sign.
So did you guys see that the Kinston Police Department said that happens more than you know? How great is that?
Yeah, it's those guys are great. Like, honestly, they don't like the urinate in the sink stuff, but it's not illegal. I'm told there's no sink code against that. It's my.
I seen cops doing it at the vet, pissing in the sink. Come on.
Guys, I reviewed the last couple of games, and I want to just quickly mention something here.
I thought you were going to say you want to poke your eyes out.
Oh, I'm kind of doing alcohol doesn't really help the eyesight. So 10 ground balls to the pull side.
Ugh.
So what does that tell you as, an observer? Like, maybe we could even consider ourselves, guys. I'm going to do this something now. I'm going to say we're all smart observers. Now, what does that tell you? Well, it probably tells me that they're pitching them outside and they're not going the other way.
Right.
Right. Sounds right.
So if you're unaware, there's nothing illegal about a right-handed batter hitting it to right field. You don't have to hit it to the pull side or left, and vice versa. So like, I think that's an approach thing that you can immediately start looking at. Like, if they're throwing you outside, just take it the other way. And maybe there's some bad luck, because I feel like Bohm is the one guy that does this well. Harper only does it because his bat is slow as fuck.
At this point,
Wow.
yes. No, you're right. And that's when they're going good. Guys like fucking Harper and Bohm,
Schwarber.
JT.
Schwarber. And JT was the other one I was going to mention. These are the guys who fucking split the gap in right center for right-handers. Harper and Schwarber, they're really like power, so they're like the big power. They're not necessarily slapping base hits the other way. But then you do have a guy like Stott, who's constantly popping out the left field. So, I mean, he's waiting. He's sitting back. He's keeping his hands back.
He's got a lazy bat. That's the problem.
That's
He's got a
it,
lazy
yeah.
bat.
Dude, he might be the most aggravating person to watch.
The
I
biggest,
really thought he was going to be a 300 batter,
It-
honestly, or very close to it. Like,
He
at some
pulls
point in his
nothing.
career.
he hit
he
like
pulls
290
nothing.
in his rookie year. He looked like a hitter in his rookie year, and it's been downhill ever since. But the
Right.
biggest change, Rob, with like Harper going to left, is he still does. He just doesn't have the power anymore. He
He
used
doesn't.
to put those balls in the seats, and now
Dude.
they're flying out to left feet, to the warning
Yep.
track.
Warning
He
track.
just doesn't- he doesn't have that power anymore.
The other day, what was it? There was a man on first and second with nobody out. And fucking Schwarber comes up and strikes out, which you're going to get. And Harper fucking grounds into a double play to the fucking second baseman. And
Yep.
it was just like, you mother, like, just like, if you didn't know that was going to happen, you haven't been paying attention.
Yeah.
Because as soon as it was first and second with nobody out, I was like, they're not scoring. They're not scoring.
Yeah.
They got 2,
Yeah.
3, 4 up and they're not scoring.
That's usually a good thing when you have that situation. But for the Phillies, it's
Well, it's too much
aggravating.
pressure. It's too much pressure. guys.
SSB. Thank
they're
you
trying
for
to do
joining.
too much.
Thanks.
Just ask Topper.
Oh my God. They're going to hit them.
They
These
are.
guys
This
are gonna
is
hit.
They're just trying to. Do
This is a good point by Steve about the third baseman playing shortstop and maybe bunt every time. But what do you call it? Stott did it with 2 outs the other day. He tried to, at least he bunted through it, and I was like, "Are you kidding me? With 2 outs? Come on, man!"
It's insane. It's insane. Guys, real quick, I looked something up and I'm just going to mention it. JT at this point is an 8-hole hitter. So if and when he does come back, his numbers right now are better in the 8-hole than they've ever been in his career. And with he can still run the bases halfway decent. So with him, Crawford, and then Turner turning the lineup over and having Turner come up, I think that's JT's spot at this point in his career. And the numbers do kind of bear it out.
I agree. They're going to start Schwarber tomorrow in the first at batter. Anyone disagree with this or think they're not?
They're definitely flipping things.
They're
They
going
need
to.
to.
Yeah, I mean, I
I'm not against.
I wouldn't be against
whatever.
moving fucking Crawford up.
100%.
Lead Crawford
I
up,
might.
Turner 2,
Let's see what he can do.
Harper
Right.
3,
What's-
Garcia 4, Schwarber 5. Like break up. I think you got to break up Schwarber and Harper. I don't think you can have them batting back to back right now when they're both struggling.
You really can't, especially if it's a lefty on the mound. You know what they're both going to do.
Like I like Bohm as a hitter, but I don't like him as a 4 hitter. I like him as a 6 hitter, somewhere in that range. I think that's a perfect spot for him.
I think they're waiting for Garcia. I think they're waiting for
I think
Garcia
you
to get hot.
force it. I think you just force it. I think you move Garcia to 4 and you just fucking say, that's where you hit, dude. Start hitting.
Because
you
then
know.
at least you have somebody, possibly somebody behind them. Because
I mean,
right now
Stott
you don't.
5. Stott 5 is just, oh, God almighty.
You know what?
God almighty.
Let's go to a brighter note here. DPF wife, Christy. No matter how unpredictable the Phillies can be, we can always count on the DPF on tap to have the most handsome and entertaining crew around. I appreciate that. And my question is, Chris, do you have good insurance? Because Christy needs to go to the eye doctor.
She might have got a fish down. She might have pulled
I
I was
one
just
out.
gonna say, did she
I
have
was
a fish down?
might have.
She might messing with one of your water bottles up there.
Yeah, yeah.
Hey, guys, I'm not trying to badmouth anybody on this screen with me right now,
Yeah.
but somebody also said that about the DFF on ice last night, and there was really
Was her
only
name
one-
Danielle?
No, actually, it was somebody it was Chris.
Yeah, I
I was going to say, and sadly, I was the only one on the screen for both. But
Yeah.
knowing that it was Chris, we went the Roman. This makes a lot of sense.
yeah, I says they're making handsome happen over here. And,
Oh,
you know,
guys, all right. I just found this out today, and I don't know if you guys have heard about this, but there's a kid who used to play for Roman who is doing some ill shit for money. I will tell you offline, but I just found that out today.
what do you mean, like shitting in pizza boxes for Eddie Savitz?
Oh,
Remember that?
Very close though. Apparently,
So
this guy is making money on the internet. In a popular site that you have
Oh.
to subscribe to.
feet pics.
Yes, it's not Pix though. It's not Pix though.
Oh,
So
jeez.
it's funny, Rob. Do you remember our junior year?
Yes,
We played against Newman.
Newman.
yes.
And
These guys all had wads of cash, man.
yeah.
It's like, how'd you get that? I shit on a glass table. Like it was
Right, no, but our fans brought fucking pizza boxes because supposedly they
Shit in the pizza box.
took
yeah.
a dump in a pizza box and gave it to Eddie Savitz.
Yeah.
There were some guys on our team who were supposedly
Selling the
like,
underwear.
Yeah, oh yeah,
dirty socks and underwear.
yeah. He was like, "Oh, you
Ah.
want to?" I work. He told me you worked for Nike and he wanted my shoes, and he was like, "Going to give me $50," and I was like, "Yeah." I said, "You got my fucking shoes for $50."
Yeah. And they called him Uncle Eddie. That's the
Uncle Eddie.
yes, fucking
Uncle Eddie. Mm. All right, guys.
Yeah.
It's up to me, right? So I know that I had a great topic last week with the exit velocity. Everybody really loved it.
Loved it.
So
Very popular. Very popular.
I just want to
Been talking
say
about
that
it for the last 7 days.
I just want to say I was vindicated because the next day, everybody's favorite, sports writer, baseball guy was on talking about Bryce Harper's exit velocity, and I'm not gonna throw names around and put myself in that guy's class, but educated baseball minds, talk about this stuff. So because we get to choose our topics on this podcast, I get to do whatever the hell I want in my segments. So
What's up?
I decided to talk about the hardest hit balls in the StatCast era. And there's
This
going to
is
be a
not from an
theme.
OnlyFans page, right?
This is not from an OnlyFans page. So but there's going to be quite a theme here because it seems like there's only like 3 guys in baseball that can really hit the baseball hard. So number 10, Aaron Judge hit a home run that was 121.1 miles per hour back in June of 2017. 121.1. Giancarlo Stanton, we also know him as Mike,
Mhm.
121.1. In August of 28, he hit a single. Same as Judge. Ronald Acuna Jr., 121.2, hit a home run September 23. Back to Mike Stanton, 121.3, July of 2020, home run. O'Neal Cruz, 121.5, in May of 24, hit double, 121.5. Stanton again, 121.7 in 2018, home run. Stanton again, 122.2, 2017, single. This one kind of blew me away. Stanton again, 122.2 in 2021, but that was a double play. Imagine getting in front of that ball as an infielder, 122 miles an hour. And then the top 2, O'Neal Cruz, 122.4 in 2022, hit a single. And number 1 happened in May of 2025, a home run,
Don't do it.
122.9, O'Neal Cruz.
Oh, okay. I thought you were going to say
So
Bryce Harper.
It's essentially O'Neal Cruz and Mike Stanton
Bryce Stanton
fucking hit the ball hard.
and Aaron Judge.
Right, I'm really surprised that it's 6'7" dudes that are built like fucking
Yeah.
Adonises
Right, exactly.
that are hitting
That's
the
weird.
ball this hard.
Obviously,
you know?
Fucking,
Obviously.
they're just whips. They're just
The point
fucking
that I was
whipping
trying to
it.
make last week about it is it doesn't indicate success, but it
Yeah.
indicates you're doing something right. Like O'Neal Cruz, I
A
don't
lot of
think he has
those were singles.
There were
right?
singles,
Couple
doubles,
doubles?
couple home runs. Yeah.
Couple home runs.
But the hardest home run hit was Cruz. The hardest triple ever hit was Christian Yelich in 2022, 117.2. Hardest ground out was that double play by Stanton. And the hardest out of a ball hit in the air was Gary Sanchez, 121.1.
I wonder if
Damn.
we'll get to a point where, like, through video, they can go backwards and like look at the steroid era and see, like, I don't know, you know what I mean? Like,
Yeah,
see if they can
Statcast
kind of,
only
like,
goes back to
I know,
2015,
but,
I
like,
think.
maybe there's going to be something that sees how quickly it comes off the bat or frame by frame, because, like, you're like, I wonder, like, with Sosa and McGuire and
Greg
Canseco.
Vaughn.
Yeah. Oh
Greg
my
Vaughn
God.
used to hit the ball
Sheffield.
fucking hard.
Gary
Who was
Caminiti,
that
Sheffield.
dude for
Sheffield Caminiti was another one that fucking
Yeah.
used to hit lasers.
the Jays, the big first baseman?
Delgado.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like,
So
I
that's
felt
not
like he
fucking-
just hit fucking
Even Junior,
monstrous.
Ken Griffey Jr., you know, Barry
Yeah.
Bonds, like some of
Yeah,
their
some of those
wow.
guys you wouldn't want to be playing first base, holding the guy on
Yeah.
with those guys up. Some of those lefties, man.
Yep.
Yeah. Crazy. I mean,
That's-
yeah, but 120, basically 123 miles an hour off the bat.
Jesus Christ.
Unbelievable.
Yeah, it's crazy. Crazy stuff.
Unbelievable.
Any of those corked?
Oh,
Ah,
of course
yeah.
they were.
Yeah.
So
Stanton's bats were
I'll
probably corked.
finish it up with something that's never been done before. So last Saturday night, everybody, April 4th was the Joe Show. So Joe Adell had not one, not two, but 3 game-saving home run robberies. The Angels needed all 3 of them to beat the Mariners 1-0 that night. Adell robbed the big dumper Cal Raleigh in the first inning. That homer would have been Raleigh's first of the year after posting 60 last year. Then in the 8th inning, on a very similar catch to Raleigh's, Adell robbed Josh Naylor. But the Joe Show saved the best for the top of the 9th, where he dashed to his left, leapt over the right field fence, and jumped up with a J.P. Crawford drive for the out. Since tracking began in 2004, this is the only time one player has robbed 3 homers in a game. But he's not all D. His stats so far at the plate this year: 16 for 50 for a 320 batting average, 5 runs and 5 RBIs. I just thought it was cool. We had to say it. We're baseball fans here. We're clearly Phillies fans, but we're baseball fans. And that has not happened since they've started tracking it. And I don't think it's ever happened. No one can prove that, but at least for the past 22 years, it hasn't happened.
Yeah,
I thought
it's
that
a
was
special moment. You know, that picture from the stands that, like,
Yeah, it's awesome.
That's
It's like
like,
iconic, right?
oh my God. Like,
Yeah.
how fucking perfect. Just a beautiful, beautiful moment. I want
Wally,
to
we
kinda-
never make wise choices. Really quick. Sorry.
Yeah. Thank you, God. Wally's a good dude. So I want to lead this out by, we have a 9-game homestand. What's the record going to be? Let's go around the same order. So we'll do Mike, I guess, first, and then down to Chris, and then Rob, and up to me.
9 games is an odd number, so I can't do 50-50. So I'm going to say 5-4.
Okay.
I'm 4-5. I have no confidence yet that this offense is going to get going.
All right, I'm taking a look real quick to see who they're playing because I think they got what? 3
Arizona, Chicago, and Atlanta, 3 against each.
Mm,
Chicago's banged up. Their pitching staff's a little banged up, but
Yeah,
that's not
so-
necessarily a good thing for the Phillies because a no-name guy could
Yeah.
throw 7 shutout innings.
I'll
Curry
go
Wood
6
could
and
come back.
I'll go 6-3.
There he is. Happy Clapper. I saw that was posted earlier.
Two
Uh,
and 1 each one. 2 and 1.
I'm going to go 0-9.
Attaboy.
Nice.
Yeah.
I
Here's
think
it.
it's 5-4. They've shown nothing better than being around 500. So that will make them 500, right? If they go 5-4. So that makes sense.
Anybody
Guys,
got
go-
$20 for George?
Yeah. I mean, well, listen, you can go on OnlyFans, George, and do some
There you go.
fucking,
Yeah, we can do some
Diabolical
feet
shit.
stuff.
That's it, man. It's easy apparently.
dude, you can
What you
do
gotta
that.
do is suck a toe or two.
That's it. Yep. Feet stuff, George, is what we would say. And we're going to call you GC from now on. I don't know why, but that's just how
Pay
it
some
is.
guys to shit in a pizza box.
He could be
Yeah.
Foot George.
Foot George. Yeah. You know what? Everyone needs a nickname. And now, unfortunately, George is George OF or Foot George. So,
Sorry, George.
as Steve says, $20 is $20. Go Flyers tonight. I'm excited to,
Fucking right.
have a great show, but I'm excited to watch the game afterwards. So
No doubt.
thanks everyone for joining in. The second period is underway. Go Flyers.
Go Flyers.
Fuck the
Drunk
Mets.
Flyers fans. Go over to Drunk Flyers fans.
Yeah.
Yep.
It's going to be
Fuck the
fucking
Mets.